So before we move on to the second part of cellular respiration, let's review glycolysis again. The starting molecule is glucose. In order to break this molecule, which is what glycolysis is all about, 2 ATPs are required. The energy is released from the phosphate bonds in ATP forming ADP. This allows glucose to break into 2 molecules, which end up being 2 pyruvate acid molecules. During that process, there are NADH plus molecules which are being converted to NADH molecules, and ADP finds its way back to forming 2 ATPs. So the total results are 2 pyruvates four ATPs and NADH. Those are the products of cellular respiration. The reactants would be glucose, 2 ATPs, and NAD. After glycolysis, and all that takes place in the cytoplasm, if oxygen is anywhere around the cell, then step 2 and step 3 of cellular respiration will occur. This is called aerobic respiration, oxygen being the key word for aerobic. Again, that includes Krebs and electron transport chain. All of this process will take place in the mitochondria, and the total ATP produced during these 2 processes, electron and Krebs, are 36 ATPs. The waste products, which are the end products of the full reaction of cellular respiration, are water and carbon dioxide. Let's take a look at Krebs. Kreb cycle is also called the citric acid cycle. The original molecule needed is pyruvate. Here's a picture, which is what the product of glycolysis is. Remember, there's 2 to begin. We're also going to see a transformation of NAD and FAD. The first thing that happens is pyruvate is modified. Right here you see it's being processed into acetyl coenzyme A. This modification allows this molecule to enter the cycle, or the citric acid cycle. Also taking place right here, you'll see carbon dioxide is being released. So that's a product of this reaction. NAD is converted to NADH, as you see right here. NAD is converted to NADH. FAD right here is converted to FADH, and a total of 2 net ATPs are made, 1 from each pyruvate molecule. In the electron transport chain, we start with the molecules oxygen, which is the last molecule needed for the full reaction of cellular respiration, and the products of Krebs, which are NADH and FADH. The electrons found in these 2 molecules will react with oxygen, and the resulting products will be water and 34 ATPs. Here's an overview of the full process. Glycolysis, Krebs, and electron transfer chain. So the full process of cellular respiration. Anything that's pink will be the reactants of cellular respiration. Anything that's yellow will be the products of cellular respiration. And then everything in between is each reactant and product of the detailed description. So the first molecule for glycolysis is glucose. Glucose is broken down, and in order to do that, you need 2 ATPs, and a side molecule that's reacting is NAD. The products of these are 4 ATPs, 2 pyruvates, add a 2 there, and NADH. This all takes place in the cytoplasm right here, which is all around the cell. Then if oxygen is present, these pyruvate molecules will move into the citric acid cycle, or Kreb cycle. The pyruvate breaks or is modified into acetyl coenzyme A, And throughout that process, NAD and FAD are going to be converted into NADH and FADH. And the pyruvates each form 2 ATPs, and the waste product is carbon dioxide. Then the electron transport chain begins. Here, NADH and FADH react with oxygen, and they form hydrogen electrons, and these electrons allow the process of the making of 34 ATPs and the byproduct of water, which is also a major product of cellular respiration. So it should be highlighted in yellow. In the end, cellular respiration produces a total of 40 ATPs. If I ask you for net yield, it would be 38, because in glycolysis 2 are needed in order to allow glycolysis to take place, leaving a net yield of 38 instead of 40. If I ask you how many ATPs are made during aerobic respiration, the answer would be 36, 2 during Krebs and 34 during ETC.